Welcome back, y'all. I am wearing an Oregon jersey because guess what? I spent over $100 on it, so I'm going to wear it. And also, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. You're probably watching this on Thanksgiving if you're watching. If not, so but afterwards. If not, I don't know what you're doing. So, we got a pretty important game. It is the Battle of Tennessee, and it's between Vanderbilt, the Commodores, that have had actually a pretty successful year, one of the most successful years they've had in years, in a very, very, very long time. Shout out to them. They're going bowling this year. They've been competitive in pretty much every game they've had. They almost beat Texas, competitive against LSU. Only game they really weren't competitive in, it was against South Carolina. And even then, like, it's South Carolina. They're hit their stride at the right time. They went to double overtime against Missouri. They lost to Georgia State, but they beat Bama. They beat Bama, and that was the best upset of the entire year. And I'll say that to the end. But we're playing that group. They're going bowling this year, so they have really nothing extraordinarily to play for, in my opinion. I mean, it is a rivalry game, of course. But under Josh Heupel, Tennessee has dominated this rivalry. We're 3-0, and it's not been close. Last time we played in Vanderbilt Stadium, we won by 56. We ran the ball for over 400 yards, and I don't expect that to happen because that's insane. And we don't have the same group, but we have Dylan Sampson, but we don't have Jabari Small and Jalen Wright and all them boys. But we could still do very, very good. Expect we should win this game at Tennessee. Tennessee is the opponent. If you can't tell, Vanderbilt is playing. Tennessee's ranked 8th in the polls right now, the college football polls. A lot of things went well for us. I mean, everything that could go right went right, and that very much does not happen for Tennessee. What can go wrong usually goes wrong, but what can go right went right this time. Texas A&M lost. That wasn't the biggest thing. Florida winning. We did the Gator Chomps in Neyland Stadium. What world is that happening? In a world whenever Ole Miss needs to lose and the one team that can help you does it. And it happens to be the Florida Gators. Shout out to them. Shout out to Florida for that. And then Oklahoma, out of nowhere, just beat Alabama and made them look horrible. And they scored 3 points. And somehow they're still ranked 13th. They are lost to Oklahoma and Vandy. And they're still up there. I don't understand that. I don't. Also, this Oregon jersey is, can't tell, it's a Justin Herbert jersey. I saw it today at the mall. I spent a lot of money on it. I like Oregon. I like the Oregon colors. But this Saturday, it's a huge game. I'm happy this is a noon game so I can decide if my happiness is just down or up for the rest of the day. It is as simple as this. You win the game, you're in the playoff. You lose the game, you're not in the playoff. It is as simple as it can get. It is if I told you this in June. You beat Vandy, you're in the playoff. If you lose to Vandy, you're out the playoff. If I would have told you this in June, you would shake my hand and say deal. If I came to you with that in April, you would say deal. If I came to you this after the Arkansas game, you would say deal. Because the best thing in sports to be able to be told to you is you decide your own destiny. What other thing would you rather want? You decide if you win, you decide if you lose, and nothing else matters. You decide what happens. You decide it. And with the men that we have on our team, and the way that Vandy's offense has been playing, we should not let them get over 10 points. Vandy cannot consistently do anything. South Carolina held them down. LSU overall held them down. Auburn allowed them to score 17 points. This should not be extremely difficult. We held Bama to 17, and they were averaging 30 at least on everyone every single game. They put up 30 on everyone before then. Held them to 17. We've allowed one team to get over 20 points this entire year, and it's the University of Georgia. What happens against Georgia? If we play way worse against them, and Kirby Smart, ever since Jawan Jennings, has always had a vendetta against us, and he's wanted to kill us ever since then. And he's done a very, very good job at that so far. And I hope that stops, because it's not fun. Stop it. But, back to this. Matchup-wise, Vanderbilt, they want to run the ball. It's as simple as that. Diego Pavia, they got the other guy, and I forgot his name. is this black quarterback. He's really good. He's really fast, I should say, for their offense. They can't really throw the ball that well, and if they're going to throw, it's probably Pavia. So I trust Jermod McCoy, and I trust Boo Carter. I trust that group of guys to handle the secondary part. We're just going to be able to pursue. And we're going to probably have to use our entire defensive line because they're going to run the ball right at us, and we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to do something about it. And I trust our guys, which is also one thing. Norman Lott, can you not have dumb penalties? Like, you are a great player. You're one of the best defensive tackles in the country, definitely in the conference. But you consistently have dumb penalties because you let your emotions get the best of you. Can you not, please? James Pierce, this is your time to shine. Ball out. Everyone on this line, Amari Thomas, ball out. This is your time to shine. You got to go out and play. This is a playoff game. This stadium will be mostly orange and white. They might, on paper, say it's a road game. The last time we went to Vandy, we almost checkered the entire stadium. And that was whenever we had nothing after the South Carolina incident. We're playing with the entire season in our hands. Our hands are covered in W's or L's, depending on what happens today. And we don't know what's going to happen. I like our odds, though. Do I feel confident? No. But I trust my team. And that doesn't happen often. We've taken care of business recently to what we've needed to. Ever since Arkansas, you can tell our offense has clicked a bit more. Ever since Bama, specifically, our offense clicked a bit more. And Dylan Sampson got to be the heavy horse. They got to be the guy that we rely upon. He's a Heisman candidate, in my opinion. He should be going up to New York. He probably won't because they don't like Tennessee. But if you're gonna you got to ball out. You got to get your touchdowns, and you got to get over 100 yards. This guy's got to go crazy. We got to block well. Nothing behind the chains. I don't think this crowd factor is going to be huge. If anything, it will be in our favor. Again, a lot of Vandy fans that were there at the Texas game. They're at the Alabama game. They're at the South Carolina game. A lot of students from Vandy are just Tennessee fans that wanted the better education or want to go to medical school. They're Tennessee fans. They're Tennessee fans at heart. Like, they're not going to root for Vandy. They're going to root for Tennessee. It's as simple as that. Like, sometimes you go to the college that's going to best help you in your future, not the one that you really love. Tennessee's the main team. They always have been, always will be. We've not lost this team since 2016. The offense, I trust Nico. Nico is getting better, and I trust him right now. The offensive line has improved a bit. I like that. Lance Hurd's got a bit better. I like that. Again, no more false starts, please. No. I think Rue McCoy is going to have to be a big part of the day. He finally got his touchdown to Cookie Monster, his return, and I think his physicality to be a big part. This defense is pretty good for Vandy. It's not that bad at all, and it's and it can cause some turnovers. Watch out. I'm not worried about the quarterback getting rushed, but the run game and overall, they just are a pretty stellar defense, to be honest. You got to be accurate, and I trust Nico's accuracy. I like our odds. I really do. We're going to have some big plays. I think we're going to go in our favor. Ever since the Mississippi State game, I've kind of just liked to see Nico go deep a bit more, and he showed he hit Dante Thornton pretty well, but we got to hit those. And we've said it the entire year, and sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Let's make it consistent. I trust my team, and this offensive line is going to have to be big. Secondary is going to be their job, but the front seven is going to be the biggest part of this entire day. And if our front seven decides if we make the playoff or not, I like our odds. I really do. Unless if the Georgia Lions at the back, I like our odds. I got the Vols winning this game. I got the score being 28-13. 28-13. I got Tennessee winning this game. We're going to cover the spread. Hopefully that happens. Let's go with Dylan Sampson. We need this game. This is a playoff game for us. Go Vols. This is a ride or die game. This is the biggest game under Josh Heupel. Josh Heupel, if you lose this game to freaking Vanderbilt that we haven't lost to since Butch Jones, and we didn't have a defense because everyone was hurt. Everyone was hurt that game. We didn't have one. They allowed 40 plus on Vandy. How? I don't know, but that happened. Do we want to go back to that era? Butch Jones? No. Let's progress. This has been 8 years since we've lost to them. Don't make this happen again. We've not had a bigger game, maybe outside of 2022 Alabama in that significance. This is the second biggest game we've had since probably 2007. That was the SEC championship we had. The second biggest game. This might be bigger than that Bama game. What that Bama game, only reason I'm saying it's not, because Bama game, we're not here without that game. I promise you that. That game is the reason why we have the capabilities we have right now. This is one of the biggest games under Heupel. This is one of the biggest games we've had this millennium. We gotta win this. Please, we're in the playoff, and if things break right, either Syracuse wins or USC wins or some shenanigans happen, we could get a home playoff game, and it probably would be against Texas. And if we get really lucky, it would be against a team like Indiana. I would love that. So, you thought it could get loud in Neyland. Put us at home in a playoff environment in December. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. Let's go, Vols. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Hope you have a great day, y'all. Stay safe. And God bless y'all.